All right, everybody. Welcome back. All right, so for today, I hope that I can get in maybe 2 hours. I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 hours in. We are in the Kidnapper's Cave. The way it works, if you want to catch up on the story, is if I can rescue this woman, there's an Indian woman who is essentially she wants to get married to a guy. She was kidnapped, hence it's called the Kidnapper's Cave. She was kidnapped, and if we rescue her, then we can bring her back to the village, and therefore we can get the hot spices. We can then return spices to one of our friends, and I think at that point, we're going to be allowed to get on our own boat. And then we can absolutely explore the ocean. Anyway, let's check it out. Let's check it out. As always, oh my God. This is what this place looks like? I guess the only thing that I need to do is I basically need to just unlock all 6 of those doors. But this looks mental. And by the way, there could be, almost certainly there are, multiple levels here. Wow. Oh God, this is dumb. That's actually not that bad. And we got a bunch of cash. Now, from here, we're going to go to the left. I feel like I sort of know what's hard about this. It's just picking up all these entrances. Hey, mini mill. That's good. Now, if we go back to this map, there's one more place I can go, and that's in the corner here. Let's go downstairs. Please tell me it's going to be the exact same map. Oh, it's very different. There's literally a map right here. So what's going over here? Oh, okay, here we go. Now we're getting in some real action. So first things first, I'm going to unlock this. If I can, with the magic key. Oh, baby, this is hard. All right, so now we have this spell from Lock. It says, lets you know if there's any treasure or any nearby goodies. Yeah, but it doesn't tell you what's in it. Could be a boss's. Okay, elfin elixir. That's good. Let's go take a look at what that is. I should be able to remember what that is. Oh, sorry, down here. A vial of elfin elixir. Here we go. Completely restores a single ally's magic points consumed upon use. Okay, that's cool. An iron axe. Now we're talking. Okay. So the first things first. Who can use it? So it's actually weaker. I wonder if Locke can use it. No, can't use it. They're not going to use it either. So I wonder why they gave it to me. Maybe just to sell it. A suit of full-plated armor. Okay, come on, guys. Come on. Let's check it out here. Michael, probably right here. A full plate of armor. 139. Okay, so let's go back, and we're going to go see who's got the weakest defense. It is me. So there's my answer. Thank you. Good job. Y'all got to know, the prayer ring, I've got many of them, and I don't know if, yeah, it's empty, of course. Okay. Let's go down. Okay, so there could be an end boss over here. Let's go see what this is. No. Yeah, you're going to fight me. Yeah, look, I'm just being honest, guys. I'm just being honest. Okay, so one of the first things I want to try is I want to try the Flame Slash. One more hit, one more hit. Yes! The enemy are defeated. They are defeated, yeah. Each party member receives lots and lots and lots of experience points. Level 22 for me. That's fantastic. I need all the health I can get. Defending champion. Hold on a second here. Wait a second. This is an ability? Significantly reduces the damage taken from all enemies. So it's defense attack. I don't know if it's on the whole party or one person, but... Alright. So there's something in the corner over there. What is it? Oh, okay. What do you have to say?
Help! Somebody help me! It is I, Tanaya, who was most terrifyingly kidnapped from the temple.
That's our girl. That's who we want to save. Unfortunately, I can't. Yeah, I can't get in there. That's cool. And who are you?
Please, there is a lever on the wall over there that will be opening this door.
Oh,
Pull it! Quick!
is that a trap? Because that seems too easy. Okay, that was pretty simple.
Oh, Tanaya! Oh, Gobble, my most dearly beloved. Now we may return. Indeed, we may, my love. Come, let us... Ah, thank you.
Oh, that seemed way too easy. Yeah. Okay. There is a monster up here. Who's that? Robin Hood.
You didn't think I'd let you get away that easily, did ya?
Brave hero!
Ray, this is awful. I care nothing for myself, but you must...
Okay, look, dude, I'm here to save you. No, anyway, I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Hey, I don't remember kidnapping no...
I remember you.
Not you, a bleeding kid. I can't get rid of you, can I? You ain't gonna beat me twice.
Ka-chunk. All right, so I got to try to knock out the guys on the right because they have healing, and maybe not. Anyway, if I don't, they can just heal them forever, right? So okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do something extremely boring. Hey, maybe it worked. Maybe that's why he's missing. That's awesome. All right, crackle because I love it, and spells. The reason it missed is probably because he already has the problem. Yeah, baby. There you go, buddy. There you go, buddy. We took him out. We took him out for good. 3,000 points. Lots of money. Lock is up to 23. Thank you, sir. Prim's Primer.
Beating a bleeding kin. You're my bleeding nemesis. Please, I'm begging you, spare me. I'll turn my life around. I'll go straight. I promise. Just let me go, please.
No. We did it last time.
You have to, please. Oh, please, I'm begging you, spare me. I'll turn my life around. I'll go straight. I promise. Just let me go, please. You have to let me go. You have to, please. Oh, I'm begging you. Please, I'm begging you, spare me. I'll turn my life around. I'll go straight. I promise.
I have a feeling that he's never going to... Okay, just let him go. Of course. Of course, of course. Why'd you do that? I was like, because I tried. He wouldn't let me. He wouldn't let me.
I am indebted to you for as long as I shall live. Finally,
Good.
it is time to return.
Yes, my...
Thank you. Thank you. What are you talking about, dude? I'm going to get some pepper. I'm going to be on that boat. You got it, man. You got it.
Savior.
Goodbye, Savior. Goodbye to you and best of luck in your wonderful marriage. All right. Woo! Your objective has been updated. All right. Nothing here unless I could just going to go sneak around and see if there's any toys in here. No? 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 Okay. Where else would they be hiding any good stuff? No? No? Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go home. That place was called Baharata. Let's go. Peace. That wasn't actually too bad. I'm always worried about my level, and that wasn't too bad. Now here is the new Baharata. We are all happy. We are all pumped. Suddenly, we can actually really enjoy. All right, let's go. So first things first, we got to go down and we got to talk to the pepper seller. Okay, you can see her on the map. He's going to be so happy about his grandchildren. All right. Hello, my friend.
Namaste, and welcome to the Emporium of Spice. Array, but it is you, Savior Ji. It is I, Gopal Gupta. I am still most thoroughly in your debt for all that you have done.
I just want to say, this game has a lot of weird stereotypes. And, you know, when the game was remade, I'm sure a lot of people, obviously it's a Japanese game, right? I'm sure a lot of people on the dev team were like, how do we do this and not be offensive? I think an Indian person or a person from South Asia would see this as cute, not necessarily offensive. Again, if I was speaking an Indian language, I would make lots of mistakes. That's kind of what we're seeing here. But I'd love to hear if anybody out there has like an Indian friends. Like, what do they think about this accent? Is it silly? Is it cute? I don't know.
Are you here in search of black
Oh
pepper,
yes, definitely.
perhaps? Then
Thank
allow
you,
me to
thank you,
get
thank you,
some
thank you.
light.
No.
Sorry for this, but we have no black pepper. However, do not look so glum. There is a trader we do business with who
Okay.
always has some to hand. You should be able to find him in All Trades Abbey to the north. Tell him Gopal sent you. Oh, Savior Ji, please. I could not be taking any reward from you for this. The fact you have saved my best beloved is more than enough. Now, it will take a little while to reach All Trades Abbey. First, cross the bridge close to Baharata before making your way north towards the mountains. Eventually, the abbey will come into view. Best of luck, and thank you for everything you have done, Savior.
A little wrinkle in our plan, huh? Thanks to you, I've been able to buy black pepper at last. You have my great thanks, Traveler G. Well, why don't you give me some? I mean, I did save the world, right? All right. By the way, where's the old man? There he is. Aye, brave hero. It is you. Thank you so very, very, very much for coming to my aid. Thanks to you, I have returned to my home, and Gopal and I have inherited my dear Dada's shop. And what about you? What about you? Traveler G, friend, I am having heard everything that occurred. You have my deepest, unreserved, and most undying gratitude. That I am able to rest at last is thanks to you and you alone. Yeah, kind of thought you would have some black pepper around here. Okay, I'm not gonna steal anything. All right, so I know sort of where I have to go because it shows you right on the map. That's where I have to go. All right, before we leave, I seem to have a lot of money here. I got $6,000, and the only person I really want to talk to is maybe one of these guys from the shop. So let's go back and take a look at the shop here, right? Okay, so you got the general store here. I mean, that's a lot for lock. That's a lot. Oh, it's $1,900. Yeah, that's actually not that much money. So let's do that. Yeah, in what universe is $1,900 not a lot of money? Yes. Okay. Nah, I don't care. I mean, I already have most of the stuff anyway. Anti-freeze earrings, that's for wisdom. Okay. Um, Let me get a couple more of these, actually. Just put it in the item bag. Medicinal herbs, I got a lot. Magic water, restores 15 HP. Oh, that's kind of cool. Man, it's expensive. Let me just not buy that, and we're gonna go see if there's any cool weapons here. Of course, the somatic staff, right? I remember that. The staff of sentencing. The sacred scepter can unleash a gust of wind on a group of enemies when used in an item in battle. That's pretty cool. What's so great about this? Does it put people to sleep? A special staff that drains its master's MP in exchange for giving their attack a beefy boost. Wow, that's cool. Ah, this is the one I wanted so badly, the light shield. And I can get 2 of them. So, Michael's definitely going to get one, and Dorothy's going to get one. All right, let's continue. All right, so let's going to make our way up north. Right over to the right, and then we're just going to make our way up north, and there should be some kind of an all-trades abbey there, and there should be a gent in there who has some black pepper that we can buy. And I'm sure we're going to get into some fights on the way so that we have money to afford it. All right, let's just go over here. All right, where is this? All Trade, what is it? All Trades Abbey, here we go. Cool. Why do I feel like I'm not going to be able to get in because it's nighttime? All right, what does she say? Welcome, wayward sheep of the great shepherdess. How may we assist you at this late hour? Well, I can save my game. Okay. Yeah, I know I can try to get in here, but is there any cool stuff around here that I could steal? I mean, not that I would ever steal anything, but you know, there's random people around here. Servant of the Apello. I am the humble servant of Apello, he who presides over the naming of things. Is there one among you who wishes to be known by a new name? I actually think there is. So here's the thing. When I first played this game, I didn't actually know what people's names were. But now obviously my name is fine. Locke is obviously named after a character in Final Fantasy VI. I'm a huge nerd. That's where I picked that. Dorothy and Margaret. I don't really like these names. These names are very retro. Calling a girl Dorothy would be more common in like the 1960s, not in 2020 or anything like that. So let's think of a better name for Dorothy. Dorothy could be Donna. It could be Dara. Diane. Diane sounds like somebody in their middle-aged. Dara, Donna, Dana. What could I use? Now, I think that solves my other problem. All right? I think that solves my other problem because everybody's got a different first letter. And of course, I like the titles. If I want to change the way they look, I'll get there on there someday. But for now, I'm really happy that I found that guy. Now, before I enter, I want to go to take a look on the right side. Is there a treasure chest? What's over here? What's this? Greetings. If you're looking for items, you're in luck. Now, how can I serve you? Oh, we look, dude, we love the somatic staff. We just can't afford it. What's the Goosterang? A throwing stick imbued with the wind's energy. Really? I feel like when you say throwing stick, it implies that it would hit multiple people, which is pretty cool. Light shield, blah, blah, blah. We already got all this stuff. Okay. Interesting. Now, what's up here? So we can actually go downstairs. What is this? Oh, okay. This is the entrance. Okay. I was worried it was like a dungeon or something. Hello. Alakazam. Dude is sleeping on the floor. Okay. So there's a church up there. What's that? As part of my training, I have taken to consuming poisonous foods to build up resistance to various toxins. I have it on good authority that poisonous mushroom-like monsters inhabit the area around a cave to the south of here. Perhaps that is where I should head next. Oh! Okay, hold on a second. The Torque of Truth? An intriguing necklace that helps prevent its wearer from becoming bedazzled. That is amazing. That is amazing. It stops you from getting stunned. I will remember that. That could be useful later. So there is a little place down south where there's a bunch of poisonous mushrooms. This is my least favorite character. It reminds me of Earthbound, where I think all the little shrooms, they would make you get confused. And you wouldn't be able to walk in a straight line if they poisoned you. Ugh, it's so annoying. How may I help you today, sir? Okay, that was cute. A seed of agility. Dude, we love seeds. Let me just go grab that. Who's the lowest agility? It would be me, Mike. Good job. All right, anything else over here? We got an inn. Obviously, there's a bunch of people who are trying to sleep on the floor. That's cool. We got a church if you want to save your game. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I know I am going to actually get into the all trades place, but I just want to see what's over here in the top right. Oh, hey, what's that? Hiliza. Hi, my name's Hiliza, by the way. I may not look it, but I'm a fashion guru. I can cut your hair and dye it. I can even change your voice. There's not much I can't do. I'll have you looking your best in no slime. Aha, in no time. For a nominal sum of gold coins, of course. So how about it? Is there someone whose appearance you'd like to change? Oh, this place is awesome. I mean, look, do I have a problem with the way Mike looks? No, not really. He, I actually chose. Dana, I did not. Would I really change her? Really? You know what? Honestly, the one person I would change is her. I don't know. Maybe I try to make them look a little cooler. The one in the middle. Just maybe this looks a little dorky with the long hair and the weird hat. This one looks kind of cool. Maybe I'm just going to go with her. She's just a little bit more feminine here. Oh, I get to change the hair color. Yeah, that's kind of cool. White hair, like a real wizard. Oh, that's better, actually. Let's do that. Do you have a particular voice in mind? Wait. This one. Yeah, sure. Sorry. I'm good. Oh, I'm pretty impressed. I like that because it gives them a sense of being different from each other, which I actually like. Wow, that's pretty cool. I got appearance, I got names, I can customize them however I want. And of course, once I get in here, I can change their class. All right, let's jump in. There is the man, the pepper man.
Ah, yes. I do supply a merchant in Baharata with black pepper from time to time. But what business is that of yours? Oh, are you a friend of Gopal's? Oh, then you are a friend of mine as well. I'll give you as much pepper as you need. Here you go.
Thank you.
Hope it's to your liking.
I love it. This is going to do so much for me. Oh, well done. Anything else you want to mention? It's a fair trek from Baharacha to here, isn't it? Not made any easier when you have to do it hauling pouches upon pouches of pepper. Interesting. Got the incense here. Again, it really does feel like a temple, isn't it? Supposedly, long, long ago, a group of martial artists used the abbey as both their home and training ground to hone their skills. Though, as with all hearsay, you have to take these things with a pinch of salt. That said, it would go some way to explaining how the abbey came to be the go-to place for changing vocation. Vocation just means like a job. Right? But man, deciding which job, I'm already thinking there's a monk of some kind. Oh, okay, there's a wall. There's a monk, and the whole point I'm thinking of is Locke, actually. What should I do with Locke? Okay. I don't just know if I'm ready to go through with it. All my friends got so weak right after they took up their new vocations. I mean, they were all right in the end. Their more powerful pals carried them through a few fights, and then they got back to their old brawny selves soon enough. It's just, well, I'm a bit of a lone wolf as it happens, so I can't help it. So I never thought about that, is that once you change positions, you start off at 0. Ooh, that is funny. That is interesting. If I did that, I would probably go back to some of the earlier areas and just like to safely build up my level. I once heard there's this place in the mountains to the north of here called the Tower of Transcendence. Apparently, it's used to be frequented by martial artists who want to really hone their craft. What's more, the top level of the tower is home to hardy monsters that are worth their weight in gold if you can beat them in battle. Why am I talking about metal slimes, of course? Go have a look for yourself, if you got the time. Okay, so this is obviously the guy who's going to do the deed. It appears I have no choice but to take on a new vocation if I wish to reach my true potential. The question is, what should I become? Perhaps I will try my hand at being a gadabout. You don't see too many with the muscles like mine, after all. Like, what is all this stuff? Like, what is this junk over here? Oh, who's this guy? He's a scientist? You wish to know why changing vocation is beneficial? Well, broadly speaking, there are 2 main reasons. Firstly, one can learn a far greater number of spells and ability, which they will never forget, even if they change their vocation again. Aha! That's why you do it, so that you can learn more skills. That makes a lot of sense. So a guy like Locke can go and be a black mage, spend 10 hours building up skills, and then go back to being a black mage, and then they'll have all the skills. Finally, pursuing a new path allows one to fundamentally improve one's own attributes. At least that is the belief is subscribed to here at the Abbey. So in terms of your stats, you can improve your stats. If a mage becomes a warrior, there'll be a warrior who can use magic. Good, eh? But they'll also be back at level 1, so don't change your whole party's vocations at once or you'll be in big trouble. You're probably best off changing 1 or 2 people's vocations at a time. If it's your first time, I'd recommend something like a priest to martial artist or warrior to priest. That'll give you 2 characters with healing spells, and your martial artist will be able to cast them nice and quick. I don't know. Man, the idea that you would change so many spells all at once, that sounds very dangerous. There are monsters out there who aren't aggressive at all, but unless a monster wrangler approaches them, they'll usually just run away. So if you spot a friendly creature that might need looking after, be sure to have a monster wrangler in your ranks before trying to befriend it. Now, why do you need a monster wrangler? That reminds me of Pokemon, right? Like a dancer? People here sometimes mention the one-time warrior who really made the most of the Abbey. Apparently first changed vocation to become a mage, then took on the mantle of a thief before going back to being a warrior. Actually, I suppose he wasn't a one-time warrior after all. A 2-time warrior. Well, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, well, he changed. Okay. What does he have to say? If you choose a new vocation, you'll lose all the experience you've earned in your old one. But all the effort you've made won't have been for nothing. You'll see some benefits in your new job. That being said, a priest who becomes a warrior and then decides to go back to being a priest will have to start again from level 1. So you don't want to change your vocations too often. But if you do, you'll find that you'll level up quite quickly, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Yeah, that's interesting. Here's what I want to do. I want to look at the options, and I might not change anything, but I just want to kind of see my options here. Okay. Other than the hero, any party member who has reached level 20 can change the vocations at the Altarez Abbey. While swapping specialties will return a party member to level 1, they'll still remember all their old abilities and all of their spells. So their stats will get reset, but they'll keep all their really cool abilities. So even at level 1, they'll still have some really cool spells that they can use. Make a point of trying out as many vocations as you can. Learning all kinds of spells and abilities is bound to make you even better at battling. Changing vocations will recede a character level 1. However, it's not all bad news. Their attribute values will only decrease by around half post-vocation change. In other words, they'll be a bit more beefed up than your average level 1 adventurer pottering around Patty's party planning place at the beginning of the game. Interesting. So this person's stuff went from 39 down to 20, 57 down to 32. It's not exactly 50%, but okay, sort of. On the other hand, if you started the game from the very beginning, you would have started at 15, 11, 10, something like that. Changing vocations will reset a character's experience points, as you mentioned many, many times. But don't fret, they'll level up in no time if you carry them through a few battles. And that's because all the enemies in these areas will just level them up ridiculously. So they'll go from, like in this case, from 1 to 7 in one fight, right? Their old attribute values will also be halved post-vocation change, meaning that you can make them far mightier than ever would you have been stuck with the old vocation. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to make a change. Welcome to Alternate's Abbey, where those in search of a new path in life invariably find that which they seek. Do you or any of your acquaintances wish for a new vocation? Yes. And who is it that wishes to undergo a ritual of change? Well, for me, it would be Locke. And I hate to do this to Locke, but the only reason I chose him as a thief was because it was highly recommended for him to be a thief. But look at all the equipment that he has, right? So he could be a really wicked guy, a really wicked enemy, a fighter, and it could add some creativity as well. He also has a bunch of cool sort of spells that he can use. Dana and Alice, I don't really need them to change because they're great. I think they're kind of great the way they are. Let's see what Locke can do. Very well. And what new path would you follow, Locke? This is tough. So warrior is different from a hero. That's different. Martial artist can be a hand-to-hand fighter, which is very interesting. Mage, priest, merchant. What's a merchant? Experts in commerce. Merchants make themselves useful by gathering gold coins and appraising items. A gadabout? What is that? The life of the party. Gadabouts can cause all sorts of things to happen with their wild hijinks. Monster wrangler. That's another one. Oddballs who steal most of their moves from other monster mates, combining them to create an inimitable fighting style. Now that is cool. That's a tough one. The more I think about it, I think what I want to try is I actually want to start off with a martial artist and maybe get up to like level 20 or so. And then later on become a martial wrangler because like later on in the game the monsters will have better attacks. And I also think that the martial artist will be a pretty aggressive guy even on day 1. Why? Because he's just using his fists, right? So, all right, I want him to be a martial artist. I want to try that. Are you sure you wish to become a martial artist? Yes. Wonderful, the perfect vocation for any plugger. A fine choice, Locke. A fine choice indeed. Do you mean that you're a result or return to level 1 to become a recurring? Yeah. Oh, goddess above, great shepherdess, set your servant Locke on a new path through this vale of tears. Yeah. It is done. Congratulations, Locke. You are now a martial artist. Your equipment has been changed to that of the path you have chosen. Damn it! If you or others know which to embark on another path, simply say the word. No. Very well, go forth and may the goddess smile upon you. I wasn't really hoping that he was going to change my equipment. What kind of equipment is he wearing? Basically, it's the same, actually. That's what I was using before. That was fine. All right, so I'm going to spend a couple seconds. I just don't really like what he's wearing. Is there anything I can do about that? Yes, there is. I'm just going to head over to the right side here, and let me go. Oh, that's awesome. No, I'm good, buddy. I'm good. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. All right, so what's going to happen now is we're going to just jump over here, and we're just going to go to a little town. Where is it called? Portoga. Isn't that it? It's Portoga, right? Because that's where they got the boat. Let's go back. Oh, I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. Because even when I log out, like after today's class, right, I can just spend literally 30 minutes and try to get him back up to a good rate, and I get to see all these cool spells that he's going to have. Okay, just make sure that I was in the right area. All right, buddy. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, let's see what he says.
Well, if it is not you whom I charge to travel to the east and return with precious pepper. So, I take it you failed in your mission? Caramba! It seems not. Precious, piquant, pitch black pepper, the greatest treasure of the east.
Have you ever been so obsessed with pepper? I mean, kimchi, maybe, right? Maybe some special hot sauce. Okay, pepper? Okay.
You have done well. Very well indeed. I do not doubt that your journey was fraught with danger at every turn. Such bravery is of a kind possessed only by true heroes. Let it not be said that I am not a man of my word. The ship
Fist pump.
is yours. Or it will come tomorrow. First, we need to throw
Why do I feel like I'm about to get scammed? He's like, no, 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 I'm just going to get drunk, and then I'm going to disappear, and you guys aren't going to get a boat. Hey! Okay. We got the pepper. I guess that means we can eat, right? The king of Portodo was beyond pleased with his perfect piquant pepper. Those lucky enough to find themselves within the castle walls that night were treated to dish after dish of peppered gastronomic delights. Gastronomic just means flavor. Then, a short while later, this guy's going to scam me. He is just going to scam. I know he's going to scam me. That's what he does. What is this? Am I like in the dungeon? Where are we?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
The next step of your journey awaits. The seas beckon. Though they are fraught with danger, and crossing them will be no mean feat. However, it is a task you must undertake if you are to gather the orbs scattered across the
Orbs?
realm. Scour the world and lend a hand to those in need, whilst denying those who would do wrong. Follow this path, most righteous, and you shall find the orbs before long. Now rest. Much awaits you in the morning.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The spirit who's talking to me.
Beautiful morning, eh? Makes a man want to set sail and never look back. Tell me, did your new vessel appear in your dreams last night? Well, rest assured she is in peak condition. You will be able to leave port right away, should you wish. But look after yourself now. Word has reached me of late that all is not well across the waters in Japan and Manoza. I fear something is afoot in our realm. Be sure to travel with caution. If you are not sure which vessel is yours, speak with the soldier in the port. He ought to be of help.
Japan? That sounds like Japan. Mendoza? I don't know about Mendoza. I don't know about that. What's what's Mendoza? I don't know. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just take a quick peek here at the world map. Well, hold on a second. That is England? Well, there's, oh man, this is crazy. I just realized they're all over the place. Oh, wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Time out. Time out, time out, time out, time out, time out. So, South America, North America, which basically looks like New York, Japan, which we've talked about already. This thing in the central, the bottom here, I mean, that could be Australia. And it's almost like where we started the game in the bottom is a completely fictional land. Like I almost thought that was Australia, but it is not. It's like a fictional land. The south of Africa, right? So South Africa. And obviously where we are right now is Porto, and that's highlighted. Interesting. Well, props to them for putting putting Japan in the game. Oh, this is insane. This is awesome. All right. I love how much they allow you to customize the game and really make it your team. I think that's so cool.
This is your ship, but be careful out there. The ocean is home to many hostile creatures. Instead of sailing where your heart takes you, I suggest you first head to the lighthouse south of here. It is a place where many travelers gather. You might be able to learn something of use there.
Oh, wow. This is cool, man. This is cool. We got our own ship. Right? Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Again, oh man, this is so cool. I get to explore the entire world. Was that what he meant by dock? Because there's a lighthouse here? No, not exactly. How do I get off the thing? Line up the sign, okay. I thought there needed to be some kind of like entry point that I needed to get access to. Can I crack this one open? The door's locked. Only the right key will open it. Anyway, let's go upstairs. Ooh, that looks trippy. That looks like a nice teleporter. All right. All right, who's here? Why, hello there. Feels like we were destined to meet, you and I, two weary wanderers guided by the goddess's hand. I am a seafaring bard as it happens. Mind if I sing you a song? O'er the salt our keel. Okay, hold on a second. O'er the salt our keels soar, filling our sails and hearts. We'll be trading the deck for land, for we suspect to be missing from the realm's charts. And isles you're nearing, a land sneering, bedecked with the gown and frown, nor of its shoals find some goals in the king with the calcium crown. An isle home to tundra and a fair share of wonder, float south of the shore to find the ice flows of yore, see and delight as it appears in dusk light. Oh, the horizon calls us with their siren song, new pals just waiting to be taken along, firm friends will be before long. Okay, that's kind of cool. Thanks for listening, travel. May the seas treat you kindly. Oh, whoa, I just realized there are... Okay, thank you. I'll be grabbing that. Oh, wow, a somatic staff. Oh, when you sail as much as I do, you come across everything from driftwood to bits of old cargo. Not all the cargo's ancient, mind. Sometimes you find an object so new it was like dumped by a ship while fleeing a monster. And every now and then you'll hit a jackpot and find a shipwreck with some bona fide treasure. Does put fear of the goddess in me, though. I can't help but wonder if someday my ship will meet the same fate, too. All right, here we go. Here's all the experts. If you follow the coast and sail south from here, eventually you'll reach the Wayfarer's Shrine. Then, if you can make the way southeast from there, you'll come upon an estuary. Follow the river in your ship, and eventually you'll get to the village of Thedon. I did hear that it got set upon by monsters, though. Something to keep in mind. Anyway, if you decide to head south. I could sort of see what they mean by that. That Thedon thing is the one in the south of South Africa. So that's actually one of the places they want us to go. Where else? Holy water. Everybody loves holy water. Legends tell of 6 orbs that reside in the world. Okay, so these are the orbs that she was referring to. I didn't really know anything about. If someone were to get all 6, they would be imbued with great power. At least that's what they say, anyway. The orbs. Let me tell you, there's a seas full of mysteries, so she is like the strait where they say a woman's song stops ships dead in their bleeding tracks. And then there's that ghost ship doomed to drift across the waters for as long as the world spins. I love to look in all this nonsense, but our captain's lily-livered as they come, so we always steer clear of all the fun. But if I were a pirate, how I wish I were, I'd sail all over the globe and make it my oyster. You know, there's a pirate den somewhere on the continents to the west. Maybe I'll go make my way over there one day and I'll see if I can join them. Again, a pirate den. I wonder if that's like the New York place. Isn't it interesting how North America is just full of rivers? Weird. Can I... Travel far and wide in search of the orbs. So this is an interesting way to sort of kick off. I know we're going to probably end it soon here, but amazing to think that the game is finally opened up, like an open world game now. You can go anywhere you want. You can decide where you want to go in whatever order. And they should all be really exciting dungeons and enemies and all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much, guys, for checking in. And again, I look to see you guys in the future. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.